YouTube! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got another reaction for you today. We're gonna do a Nuke's Top 5. Took a little break for a minute. This one was actually sent to me by a subscriber. Said this is one that he really wants me to check out. And it was a couple months ago that Nuke posted this, so it would have been along our journey that we're on, catching up on all of his content. But hey, you know what? If we can skip around a little bit and get to some a little sooner that you guys really want to see, let's do it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check this one out. It's a little bit longer. It's like 35 minutes long. And you know, with my rambling behind, we'll probably be here for a minute. So bear with me. Let's check this thing out, man. If you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. At the end of the video, if you liked it, throw a like on it. If you didn't, throw a dislike on it and comment what I can do better. Let's check it out, man. Also, new Cersei, totally. New Saucy Dad merch. Link in the description. Are we good to go here? Saucy Dad, pull it together. A one, a two, and hit him with the hezzy. Boom!
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
Oh, I missed you, Nuke.
A lighthouse keeper. If you're one of the very few people who have never watched BuzzFeed Unsolved on YouTube, the series can basically be summarized like this. It's sort of a ghost hunting show, but not a typical one. The show has two hosts, Ryan and Shane. Now, Shane is a diehard skeptic of the paranormal.
Anytime there's like any chance of sort of any kind of mechanical failure or just doors in general, people are always like, well, the door opened, so that's ghost. I don't want to argue with you on this. If you find it compelling, I'm happy for you.
I do find it compelling. Yeah,
well, great.
I'm happy for me too.
Good.
And then there's Ryan, who is the polar opposite, and might even be just a bit too scared of the supernatural.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. It's an automatic light.
In each episode, the two hosts visit allegedly haunted places and investigate to search for real paranormal evidence.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate St. Augustine Lighthouse as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real?
No.
In this episode, they are investigating the notoriously haunted St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida. The lighthouse was completed in 1874 and has seen its fair share of tragedy over the nearly 200 years that it has been guiding sailors home from the sea.
Oh, boy.
BuzzFeed Unsolved hosts Ryan and Shane begin their investigation at the historic lightkeeper's house, which is right beside the lighthouse. People say that they have heard the endless and painful coughing of the spirit of a man named William Harn. He was the very first keeper of the lighthouse back in the 1800s. Harn tragically passed away inside the house of malaria and the lung disease tuberculosis. When they try to reach out to the spirit of William, the two friends capture something truly bizarre.
That's no way to go.
All right, we're gonna give you some silence here, William. If there's anything you'd like to say to us, maybe a message you wish you could have communicated before you left Earth. I'm gonna sit in one of these little tiny chairs and make me look like you. Gonna give you some silence right now.
Ryan and Shane captured the unexplained sound of someone coughing, just like guests claim to have heard in the past.
Wow.
Could this be the spirit of William, who died of tuberculosis? Next, Ryan and Shane finally enter the actual lighthouse, which is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity.
The best ghost evidence of all time, in my opinion, or at least some of it, has been caught right here in this little rotunda. I mean, they caught an apparition full out, just peeking over the railing.
It is said that paranormal investigators always have an experience in the lighthouse when they are alone. So to test this theory, both Ryan and Shane will be locked inside separately to investigate. Shane heads in first for his solo investigation, but he doesn't really experience much.
All right, so I'm going in there, I'm going to the top,
Yeah.
and I'm coming back down.
Yeah, that's what you do on a staircase, yeah.
Sounds good. This is high time for a ghoul to come out and spook me. So far, no ghouls. This is allegedly the site of a lot of FBAs or full-bodied apparitions. I feel nothing. I really don't. I don't get any vibes. I haven't felt anything strange all night. All right, see you later, dudes.
Next, it's Ryan's turn. And now, before we proceed, it should be noted here that during the building of the lighthouse, a young girl named Eliza tragically lost her life while playing at the construction site. Visitors have reported seeing a young girl in a red dress inside the lighthouse who just faded away into thin air right before their eyes.
Ugh.
Everyone who's gone in there has seen something, for the most part, if they've gone by themselves. You know what? I'm eager to add my name to that roster.
Bye.
Oh, boy. Is there anybody in here with me right now? My name is Ryan. What? Can you say my name back to me? Oh my god, I just heard Eliza. Oh my god. Eliza? Why do you sound like that? Oh my god, I'm panicking. I do hear you. Oh my god, I just heard hear me. I got the chills. Why am I leaving? Is that what you just say? Because I'm scared, that's why. Sayonara, you had your chance.
Turn off your radio.
I almost had a panic attack.
Did you? You are wet.
I said, who's up here? What's your name? And it's just so clear, just Eliza.
Ryan is freaked out as he gets some very weird direct responses on his spirit box.
Wow.
One of the answers being Eliza, the name of the child that passed away at the lighthouse. Now, Shane, on the other hand, didn't capture anything and is completely unimpressed with the whole location. But after the video was uploaded to YouTube, many viewers pointed out that skeptical Shane might have actually caught the most compelling and absolutely chilling evidence of all.
This is high time for a ghoul to come out and spook me. So far, no ghouls.
Did you see it?
No.
Watch again.
This is high time for a ghoul to come out and spook me.
Oh my god.
So far, no ghouls.
A dark figure of a man can be seen standing at the bottom of the lighthouse. When the footage is brightened, the man has no distinguishable features and looks more like a black mass than a person. Now, Shane was completely alone inside the lighthouse when he filmed. So just who or what is this? Could it be the ghost of one of the many deceased keepers who are said to haunt the lighthouse? You decide.
Wow.
All right, see you later, dudes.
The final night. Alexander Labuzov from Russia says that he's been living in the same apartment for over 3 years, when suddenly and inexplicably, strange paranormal things began to happen around his home. Loud, unexplained noises would wake him up in the middle of the night. Things around the house would move.
If this is what I think it is, you're not ready for this. Okay? I'm pretty sure, I know that guy's face. I'm pretty sure I reviewed this on my TikTok channel. Let's see though, and then I'll tell you about it after.
On their own, and scariest of all, one night when he was in bed, sound asleep, someone or something suddenly grabbed onto his wrist, squeezing hard. He jerked his arm away and lurched out of bed, searching his room. But there was no one there. He says that the paranormal activity in his apartment just increased over time, until eventually he decided to just move out.
It's definitely him.
So Alex is set to move out of his apartment the next day, but he decides to try to record the strange supernatural activity one last time. This video was meant to be Alex's last night in his apartment. First, he sits in front of his camera and explains what's been going on in his apartment. As he's talking, he hears something strange.
Я сразу же вскочил, включил свет. Это не может не напугать.
That place has seen better days, huh?
Просто знакомый звук. Так, изредка я услышал, ну, похож.
Something moves somewhere in the apartment, and Alex believes it might have been the kitchen cabinet door. He decides to set up his camera in his bedroom and leaves for 2 hours to meet up with a friend.
Алло? Да, сейчас приеду, ага. Давай.
Alex turns off the light and leaves. But what happens while he's gone is truly bizarre.
Whoa.
Alex returns home and just goes to bed. The next day, he discovers that his landlord is unavailable to pick up his apartment keys. And after reviewing his footage, Alex is unsatisfied with the potato-quality video he has recorded in his dark apartment. So, he decides to stay one more night, this time leaving the camera recording, but with the lights on. Just like the night before, he again leaves to meet up with a friend. The camera captures something downright creepy.
Oh boy.
Alex is shocked when he comes home as he discovers that his camera has somehow flipped upside down all on its own.
I have seen this clip. I've seen this footage, and it's still like super extreme skin crawling. There's just something about when they... I don't know. I can't even explain it really. Just a feeling that I get when something like that happens, like they're touching the camera, because it's just so blatantly real, you know? This footage, it's much like Lee and Stacy's house from Really Haunted, the YouTube channel Really Haunted. We're seeing little tiny clips of 10 hours of footage. Like, this guy leaves his house for several hours, and we see these little moments in time where these things happen. That is so compelling. Who's going to sit right next to the table for hours without making a single sound or movement, and then just roll over the camera and continue to sit there for several more hours until this guy gets home? That seems logical to the skeptics out there in the world. I don't know. That's unbelievable. But when things like that get moved in that way, it just makes me makes my
He
whole
grabs the
skin
camera and
crawl.
begins to film his thoughts on the strange situation. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, okay, I do remember.
Я смотрю, у нас сегодня рыбный день.
Guys,
Охереть вообще.
watching the doorway back there.
Что там осталось? Слушай, ну вообще жесть. Ну что могу сказать? Это был последний день, поэтому мы уже... Блядь! О. До усрачки. Ё... Это можно вообще... О, блядь. Так.
A pair of legs can be seen standing right behind Alex in the doorway. The legs appear to have no torso and disappear before Alex can even turn around. So, did Alex capture proof of the paranormal in his apartment? Or is it illusion? I leave it up to you to decide.
Oh,
Viewer
man.
videos.
You see what I mean? Is that not absolutely insane? Like, they were there. They were there. You could see the coloring. You could see the color difference in the waistband of the pants. Just a set of legs. Like, what in the onward is going on there, you know? Oh my God.
Ethan Budzinski was on a family vacation in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania when strange things began to happen in his rented Airbnb home.
Pennsylvania.
Late one night, Ethan and his family hear the sound of a baby crying from somewhere in the house. Now, Ethan's two young nephews are asleep in bed upstairs, so he immediately runs up to check on them, only to find that they are both quietly asleep in bed. This occurs several times. Ethan hears crying, then goes upstairs to find the children quietly asleep. So the next time Ethan hears the crying, he pulls out his phone and starts recording.
That's pretty blatant crying, if you ask me.
Did you hear it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went up there. He was sound asleep.
Okay, that's what I heard.
The eerie sound of a child crying can indeed be heard coming from somewhere upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Both Ethan and a family member hear the sound, but when he heads upstairs to check, just like before, the children are fast asleep and not making a sound. So just where is this strange, unexplained crying coming from? Let me know what you think down in the comments. A British Nuke Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous, we'll call her you think.
Set up a camera, my guy. You'll probably never see this, but if you do, throw a camera in that bedroom because, yeah. That's all I'm
down
say.
In the comments.
There's something going on up there.
A British Nuke Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous, we'll call her Jen, says that she had a chilling experience that wasn't paranormal, but was terrifying nonetheless. And as I've personally always said on this channel, real people can be much scarier than anything supernatural. So late one night around midnight, Jen starts receiving messages from a guy on Facebook. At first she plays along, but the messages from the stranger just get creepier and creepier. I'll correct some of the typos and slang and save you from listening to me doing a terrible British accent, but what you see on screen are the actual messages. So, at one point, the guy suddenly writes, "Well, since you're up, can I come and meet you then?" "Yes, I am mental. I'm on my way down to your house. I'll ring when I'm outside." Thinking he's joking, Jen laughs it off, writing back, "You don't even know where I live." And then the guy starts trying to creepily call her on Facebook, because it turns out that he does actually know exactly where she lives. He types, "You live next to my granny's house on the corner." Then he continues to call her, and things go from bad to worse, because he actually shows up right in front of her house. "Don't make me knock, please," he messages. "I'm outside the center window right now." Jen is now understandably completely freaked out. She tells the guy that she is not coming out under any circumstances, but he won't take no for an answer. "Is that your window at the front? How do I get in your back garden?" Jen replies, "You don't," and ends the conversation. But it did not end there. Jen says the disturbed young man stood in front of her house for almost 2 hours. He eventually left after her family members went outside and told him to leave or they would call the police. So I guess the takeaway is either be careful of who you talk to online, or simply Facebook sucks.
Yes, it does, Nuke.
Susan's Courtside Cafe in Kissimmee, Florida.
That is, I don't even know where I stand on that. I want to say, okay, the good person in me wants to say he has to have some sort of disability, some kind of mental instability going on. I just don't want to believe that somebody in their right mind was doing that. And if they were, and her dad was home, yeah. I'm not going to go into details there. I am a dad of 2 girls, and I also have a son. If my son were to ever do something like that to some little young lady or a woman, I don't care. He's going to hear from his old man. And it's not going to be a great conversation. You don't do that, guys. The video we just watched the other day, the guy breaking into the woman's apartment on the 2nd story. He scaled the apartment like freaking Spider-Man to get in this girl's apartment while she's making a TikTok video. What is wrong with us? What are we doing? Like I said, I'm going to assume and hope he wasn't in total control there mentally. Because if he was, what needs to happen, I don't want to get into. You know? You guys know what I mean.
was originally built in 1912, and over most of the last 100 years, the building was actually a small home for many families and individuals. Locals believe that the building the cafe is in is haunted by the spirits of its former residents. Workers at the cafe say that they often hear unexplained noises while working late at night, and both the staff and visitors claim to have seen bizarre shadow figures throughout the restaurant.
Not shadows.
Nuke's Top 5 viewer Valerie Ann says that she went on a Halloween ghost tour in Kissimmee that stopped at the allegedly haunted Susan's Courtside Cafe, and it seems that the rumors of paranormal activity might be true. Valerie caught this strange footage.
Sorry.
And they said that they had closed the
I just
door
saw
behind
something
them.
walk by.
They heard it open and then
Really?
shut.
Did you see it?
Oh my
It's a
god.
little hard to make out, but a dark figure seems to quickly pass through the cafe dining room before just disappearing.
Wow.
Someone in the tour group mentions it, but Valerie Ann is shocked when she discovers that she actually caught the apparition on camera. She says that she has no idea who or what this mysterious figure could be. But what do you think? The home of the Jinn.
Wow.
One of the OG Saudi door-kicking ghost hunters that I first featured on this channel, Adventurer Allah, is back with an all-new YouTube channel. In this live stream, Allah goes to investigate a large abandoned building that is said to be haunted by an evil presence, or Jinn. As he broadcasts his exploration live, things take a terrifying turn.
Oh no, I hate this place. I hate this part of the world when it comes to paranormal activity. Is that what they are though? They look like shadow figures but have glowing eyes, and they certainly seem very intelligent in the way they move. Are they jinn? Is that what it is? They're just, I mean, they're absolutely terrifying. Like, they're either number 1 or number 2 for the things I like the least. Oh, this should be good.
أي شيء أنا ما أشوفه على طول على الخاص. بسم الله. بسم الله. الله أكبر.
Oh my god.
Even though there's no power in the building, the ceiling fan begins to rotate on its own. Then a heavy table falls over right behind Allah. Freaked out, he runs away, retreating to a different section of the large building. But little does Allah know, things are about to get even creepier.
They usually do here.
حسبي الله. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه. يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم. ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض. ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي
It's still
العظيم.
there.
النور اختفى.
No, it was still there.
من كان في هذا المكان سحر فابطله. الله أكبر.
Dude, as if you're going over there. You guys are nuts, man.
في أحد؟ في أحد في المكان؟ بسم الله. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل فيكم.
Was that a crutch?
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين
Oh my god!
ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض.
A terrifying dark mist-like figure can be seen in a doorway.
Oh my
A pair of
god!
crutches aggressively flies across the room right in front of the terrified explorer. He investigates the area, but nothing there. The mysterious dark mist has simply disappeared. But it's not over yet.
That's wild.
بسم الله. اللهم إن كان هذا سحر فابطله. اللهم إن كان هذا سحر فابطله. اللهم إن كان في سحر مدفون فابطله. اللهم إن كان في سحر معقود فابطله.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
في صوت في صوت.
Was there not just a head right there?
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. وهو السميع العليم. اللهم إن كان هذا سحر فابطل. اللهم إن كان هذا.
Dude.
A plate falls off a table on its own, then another ceiling fan begins to rotate, and a large heavy closet moves as if pushed by some powerful unseen force. Something is thrown at Allah, injuring his foot, and after that, he's had about enough. Allah decides to just get out of there and end his live stream. So did adventurer Allah capture a real haunting by a terrifying jinn? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax?
Oh my gosh.
You decide. Return to the Red House. Paranormal investigator Kevin Barranco from the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto returns to explore the historic La Casa Colorada, or the Red House, in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Oh boy.
The house was built in 1923, and it is said that the remote and secluded location became a place where cults performed dark rituals. Those brave enough to explore the old house claim to have seen witches, demons, and even the skeletal female figure of Santa Muerte, a Mexican saint who is said to wear a long cloak and be the personification of death itself. Now, 2 months ago, I featured Kevin's first visit to the Red House years ago. While exploring the house with his friends, the group captured something that they simply couldn't explain.
Que por todas las paredes hay frases, no sé, quizás unas por vandalismo, otras por sectas. La verdad es que no desconocemos el significado y la verdad es que no queremos saber sobre ello. Aquí hace mucho frío, ¿eh? Sí, hace bastante. Aquí hace mucho frío, ¿eh? Sí, hace bastante.
Oh my god.
Hace mucho frío, ¿eh? Sí, hace bastante.
Cut to 2 years later. After many requests from his fans, paranormal investigator Kevin returns to the quote, Red House, in hopes of capturing even more paranormal evidence. But this time, he decides to go back all alone. As you might guess, it did not go well.
Yeah, I knew
Kevin
that was
sets up
coming.
several static cameras around the house, then he lights 3 candles and starts to ask questions to who or whatever might be haunting the abandoned home. Kevin is using an English spirit box app and translates the responses to Spanish. Before long, very strange things start to happen.
Voy a utilizar
Just threw something.
Scarlett, ¿podrías hacerme daño? Throw. No sé qué es throw. Lo voy a buscar. Lanzar. ¡Ay, cabrón!
As Kevin repeats the word throw in Spanish, a heavy piece of rubble is seemingly thrown off the edge of a large hole in the wall. Kevin grabs his camera and walks through the building in search of anything paranormal.
I mean, it threw something at the very beginning. That's what it was talking about. Whoa! There's something moving there still.
The ghost hunter's light begins to fail. Then he hears a noise and turns. Without knowing it at the time, he captures something strange in the darkness, quickly darting out of sight. Soon after, Kevin's camera begins to malfunction and things take an even more terrifying turn.
Oh man. I hate when they seem conscious like that of what's going on around them.
Ven.
Like they're intelligent.
Mi cámara está trabada. Está trabada.
That's freaky.
Se trabó. Está completamente trabada, vean. La voy a apagar. No. Ven. Ahí se apagó, pero sigue trabada.
Something's gonna come out of that damn doorway, isn't it?
¿Me quieres hacer daño? Voy a cambiarla. Voy a sacarle la pila. Ya.
Sounded so evil. Oh my god.
Kevin's camera completely locks up, and as he changes the battery, a wailing moan can be heard, followed by the mysterious voice of a woman.
Yeah.
He goes to investigate and captures what appears to be the same mysterious cloaked figure that the Archivo Extinto team captured just 2 years earlier. Kevin searches the building and the grounds, but he doesn't find anyone or anything. When his equipment continues to malfunction repeatedly, he decides he's had enough. He packs up and just gets out of there. So could it be that Kevin captured the apparition of Santa Muerte, the cloaked Lady of Death? Let me know what you think.
Oh my god.
You can watch this full 3-part investigation over on the YouTube channel, Archivo Extinto.
Wow.
Thanks for watching. Please follow me on the Instagram here, and on the Twitter here, and even on the TikTok.
The TikTok.
Hopefully, I'll see you next week.
The TikTok. Hopefully. What's all this hopefully business? Oh, wow. Two of my least favorite parts of the world when it comes to paranormal activity in the same video. Thanks. With what? Russia thrown in there, I think, with that Alex guy's apartment. That was one wild compilation right there. Holy cow. I don't know about you guys, man, but those shadow things, it's so much. I talked about this the other day, where it's like there's such a wide variety of what we see for paranormal activity, from residual things, like, I can't even think of an example. Like somebody walking up the stairs, you know? With no purpose, just walking up the stairs, or a door opening and then closing, or, you know, stuff like that, or EVPs of I asked you not to do that, or I don't know, just something totally random that has nothing to do with the current environment. And then there's these friggin' things that are peeking around the wall and then hiding when you turn around and throwing stuff. In this whole building, they throw them at you. I don't know. Something about the fact that they're intelligent and they are conscious of what's going on around them is not cool. Not cool at all. I want no parts of it. And going alone. Why? W-H. Why? Question mark. How come? You know, got any friends? Your buddy from last year, you guys don't talk anymore? Or was he possessed and now he's in a home somewhere? Is that what happened? Can you not go alone? Please? That place was in the middle of the woods. That's unsafe for a plethora of reasons. Good Lord. Oh, but hey, we like scary things, so it is what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching with me. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for the suggestion again, Mr. Commenter or Mrs. Commenter, either way. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, punch that bell right in the mouth, throw a like on it if you liked it, throw a dislike on it if you didn't, and then comment what I can do better in the next video, because that's what it's all about. I just want to grow and get better at this and give you guys the best possible content that I can, because I don't feel like enough people take this seriously. I feel like it's made a mockery of in most cases, and I've been kind of watching some of these different reaction channels, people that react to nukes and stuff, and all they're there to do is be a skeptic. They're looking for every single reason why it's fake, instead of allowing themselves to see all the reasons why it very well could be real. You know? I don't know. To each their own. By all means, do you. I'm gonna do me, though, because I find this stuff fascinating and I just want to learn more about it, and I think you guys do too, or you wouldn't be here. I also want to say thank you guys so much for all the comments on all the videos. The love has been awesome. I really did not expect the YouTube channel to grow this fast already. We're almost at, what, 5,000 subs, I think? We're getting there. And I was showing my wife the other day, like, it's nothing like TikTok on YouTube. YouTube is so much better. It is, because the comments are just, they're all positive. You guys are all constructive criticism, if any at all, but it's usually just, man, I love the content, keep up the good work, or, you know, stuff like that. That is so motivating to me, because it's like, man, okay, I'm not the most confident person in the world, you know, or at least I haven't been in my lifetime, throughout my life, I should say. So seeing stuff like that, it's like, okay, cool. I guess I am doing an okay job. So let's keep doing it, you know? I really just thank you guys for that, because that does mean a lot to me. It goes a long way. And I'm going to stop babbling like I do in every freaking video. Get me talking and I just won't stop, right? I'm sure you guys have clicked off by now. You're probably halfway through supper and getting ready for bed. But yeah, that's it for that one, guys. Thanks for watching with me. As always, stay safe out there. Take care. Check out the merch. The link's in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!